Let's talk about where the word runaway actually came from, because that history matters when we use that label on children today. The word runaway has a long history. It didn't begin with children. It actually goes back more than 500 years. In the early 1500s, the phrase was formed by combining the words run and way. It evolved into a single word, runaway. At that time, it referred to a fugitive, deserter, someone escaping custody, anyone who unlawfully abandoned their duty, service, or bound servitude. Then by the early 1600s, the word expanded and was used to describe animals, especially out of control runaway horses. It was a big thing then. Still, in the 17th century, runaway was commonly used for people fleeing authority, obligation, or control. It appeared in legal records and public notices describing apprentices abandoning contracts, sailors deserting ships, spouses leaving marriages or homes. At its core, the word carried the idea of someone or something escaping. Later, in the 1800s, the same idea was applied to things, like a runaway train, vehicles, and eventually phrases like runaway inflation, which basically means when prices rise extremely fast and uncontrollably, causing money to lose value quickly, which isn't a good thing. Also in the 1800s, the term became heavily associated with slavery through runaway slave advertisements. Runaway slave ads appeared in newspapers describing enslaved people who escaped captivity. The word was used to frame people as disobedient property that needed to be recovered and returned. These original advertisements were created to dehumanize people. And finally, by the early 1900s, the label increasingly shifted towards children, especially vulnerable youth viewed as disobedient, delinquent, or difficult to control. That's where we'll pick up next week, exploring how the label evolved in the 1900s and why it still impacts children today.